So, walking the plank without further ado. Hands behind the back. Green raging seas.
Never giving up. July 13th, 2019. At least it's not a Friday the 13th. Saturday. Leavenworth Zipline Mountain Spring Lodge. Is that a fountain?
It's like a thing sprayed up in the back. Yeah, in a water feature.
Oh, well, I should have gone in the water feature.
No?
Let myself get sprayed. I'd feel pretty good right now.
Are you waiting for something?
Zipline.
Oh, this is it, Rich. Hi.
You guys here to check in the ziplining?
I am.
Oh, perfect.
Who are you?
Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi.
I talked to you, but I actually set it up with Julie, I believe.
That's right. Yep.
So I'm Reg.
Reginald.
I have the waiver,
You're
but I thought I would sign it here in front of you because I have a stamp. So
perfect.
I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that.
Yes. Mark the zipline supervisor should be down in about 10 minutes.
Excellent. We got everybody here. Perfect. My name is Mark. I'm going to be your driver today. We'll be hopping in the Ranger right over there and going up to meet up with our guides, Tyler and Becca. They're getting all the gear set up for you. So first off, thank you for filling out these waivers. Again, these are not to scare you, just to inform you of the inherent risks of ziplining. Just like there's risks in anything in life, like getting out of bed in the morning, there's risks with ziplining. We try to minimize those by meeting or exceeding any standards set by a governing association. So thank you so much. Most important question of the day, have you been to the bathroom recently? Okay, good. We're going to be out there for about 2 hours, and this is the last stop for a bathroom, okay? So if you need to use one, please do so before we hop in that Ranger. Second most important question, can you bring your cell phone? Because like my wife says, if you don't take a picture, it never happened. Good job. So yes, you can bring your cell phone. That's perfectly fine. Just remember, if you're a zipline with your cell phone, white knuckle that thing. Don't let it go, right? And if you put it in your pocket, make sure it's secure. They like to jump out every now and then. Okay. Our guides do have a backpack or a pouch that you can have them carry your stuff for you across the line. Okay. Water bottles. We do provide water bottles for you, so they're up there all ready to go. So you don't need to worry about bringing those. Things you don't want to bring. There will be a small box up there for hats, sunglasses, car keys, wallets, cell phones, hopes, fears, dreams. Stuff them down in there. We lock them up, keep them in a locked room, safe for you guys to off your tour. Okay? Larger things you might not want to take with you, I'd recommend dropping them off at your car before we hop into the Ranger. Also, if you need to grab anything from your car, make sure you do so on the way out to the Ranger, okay? If you need any medications, EpiPens, inhalers, anything you might need, make sure you have it on you, all right? So, is everybody ready to go? Okay, there you go. Yeah, got the door right there, just step on in. Excellent. And we're just gonna close up this gate. You don't have to put on a seatbelt if you don't want to.
All right.
And there is a handhold right there to hold on to if you want to.
Okay. Cool.
Have you ever gone ziplining?
Hell to the no.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, about 2 hours. All right.
So this isn't a Ford Ranger.
No, it's not. It is a Polaris Ranger, a side-by-side UTV.
With the gasoline engine, obviously.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it does pretty good. We go up a fairly steep hill, and this thing does pretty good climbing that hill.
ziplined on this course before.
As far as I know, I don't think so. So I think you might be the first. So how did you find us?
We basically, well, I knew we were coming over for this chamber music festival this weekend, and I just looked up Leavenworth zipline and boom, you know. So it was something.
All right, I'm gonna stop for a quick advertisement break. How many people have been to Mountain Springs Lodge? Nobody. Excellent. So this is Mountain Springs Lodge. We do nightly rentals. We do weddings. I see the weddings being set up kind of behind us over there. We do family events, corporate retreats, all kinds of fun stuff. But it started right here at Pines Lodge. Bill Newell, the owner, got 3 acres of land as his inheritance and built his family home here in 1979. Back then he was a logger, and in 1990 the logging industry was going downhill. So he wanted something different. So he renovated the upstairs, moved his family of 5 into the basement, built the 2 cabins off to the right over there, and started Mountain Springs Lodge. And over the years he just kept on expanding as business has been good. So what we have is Pines Lodge, which sleeps about 18 people. Our 2 cabins sleep up to 8 people each. Ponderosa Lodge, directly behind us, sleeps up to 28 people. In Beaver Creek Lodge, where you guys checked in, we have 3 suites above there for couples and small families. And Trailhead Lodge, way off in the distance to the right, sleeps about 18 also. And a nice lovely pool over there, which is heated, so even on a cooler day, it's still nice out here. But Bill, he calls this his little slice of heaven. He loves it here. He loves people coming and visiting. So along with the lodging, he wanted fun things for people to do, like
Zipline.
there you go. We got zip lining. We also have horseback rides by Wild at Heart Horse Rides out of our barn. We have fly fishing lessons by Northwest Fly Fishing Academy at our pond in the front. And in the wintertime, snowmobile tours and sleigh rides. So a lot of fun activities all year round. So welcome, and we're glad you guys are here to join us for zip lining. And we're going to head up the hill and meet up with our guides.
Are you a guide?
Yes, I am. I'll be out tomorrow, I believe, on a few tours. A lot of the time I'm doing this job, running people up and down the hill, keeping everything flowing.
You would have been a fun guide, though.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can follow towards Becca right here. So here's an arm if you want. Yep, shoulder, whatever you prefer. We're going to be going up a little bit of a slope.
Alrighty, so for us we've got what we call the helmet selection device. And what this is just going to do is it's going to allow us to determine what helmet you're going to get. They're all green, so don't worry about
Like a sorting hat or something?
Yeah, basically. So, the good thing about going first is you have the widest variety to go first. So, whoever wants to go first can go first.
Sure.
There you go.
All right, green, what do you know? All right, go ahead and pick a helmet.
Oh, I get
Whatever speaks to you.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Okay.
Hardest decision of the day.
There you go. Oh, and then leave everything on the ground. These helmets are a little bit different, so we have to instruct them. Keep coming, keep coming.
And everybody's got to do it eventually. So.
Good to go. Green. Good to go.
Might as well.
Step behind them. Good to
It's
go.
essentially like a scale.
Boom.
What are we doing?
It's just stepping up onto a scale, essentially like a bathroom
All
scale.
right, good to go.
Step a little bit more. And then it's pretty much like right in front of you, right there. And you can step back a little bit, right, a little bit more. There it is. Perfect.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Awesome. Perfect. In the green. All right. So we're going to be stepping back a little bit, and then you can follow on this way over here. Perfect. There we go.
Like I said, these
So it
helmets
ways
are
you
a
to
little
select
bit
the helmet? I don't.
Yeah. So they just have sort of different designs on them. So come forward towards my voice a little bit more.
Which? What's the point of
These
that?
helmets,
There you go. Perfect. It's
the
just
easiest
fun
way
to
to
see.
put them on
So the one
is
that
when you
have
put them on to
is-
push down
it's right here
onto
in
the
front
front.
of you.
You have as tight as you
It's the one that you have.
And then you're
So
gonna
you have
go
little ears on the top of yours.
Yeah.
A little bit of a
tighty,
bell.
righty loosey, so complete opposite. And then once it's tight enough, you're gonna clip it in. So once we've got everybody set, next stop, this is what we call a shiny bit. And we ask that only people with these helmets are allowed to touch them, so none of participants. And these look like handles, but they're not. So don't ever grab onto these when we're actually ziplining. There's just a lot of fast moving metal because the ziplining is going right through there. And we just don't, you know, want any fingers. It's not really a good equation. Plus, if you're up like this, you can't see anyways because you can't move. So instead, what we're gonna have to do is it's going to be in front of your face, but up high. And the way that you can grab onto anything is below the red dot. And it's just gonna be right in front of you, and you'll be able to grab, there'll be black lanyards as well to be able to grab onto. But for now, we're gonna go around and we're gonna hook these onto you. And as we're hiking up, if you feel like it's digging into your side, this is the one moment where you're allowed to grab onto the handles. I kinda like to move on to them.
So I'm just going to be
Sometimes it can
putting
be
this, and well, this is pretty much your mode of transportation for the day, and I'll just be hanging it on your hip right there.
Oh my gosh. So that is,
So that's the trolley.
that's the part you're not supposed to grab
Exactly.
because that
But-
spins.
Right.
And that just
That is
came,
the way, you know.
well, now it dropped down. But what happened? Did I unhook
Hook
it?
right there. Yeah, no worries.
Sorry.
Just hanging it right there.
Trying to
Not a problem whatsoever.
understand what I got here. So the part I'm supposed to hold on to
Is that part, yeah.
is that part.
Yep, exactly. So any of that cloth right there.
Right. And as you guys have probably noticed, we have some names with us. So today we've got Sparkles, we've got Cupcake, Tinkerbell, Bugs, we've got Skywalker over here with a GoPro mount, Captain Time Travel, Princess, and we've got Awesome Possum over here.
That's you. You are Awesome Possum.
I.
And then,
Oh my god.
and then over here we have Tad. And then here we have Pikachu. Not yet printed, but it will be soon. Alright, so next bit of shiny bit, quote unquote, are these lanyards in front of you. And we are going to ask again that you don't touch the actual carabiners, but feel free to hold on to those lanyards in front of you. But for now, we're going to have you lift those up and then put them under your left arm. And then we're
So,
going to come
I
around
have it in
back
front of you.
and flip them to the
I'll
green.
just be hooking this to your back.
And what is the purpose of this?
So these are essentially like your lifelines while you're out there. So this is what you'll be attached to the tree or the zip line with.
Oh,
So it's like the safety equipment to go along with it.
And final piece of equipment is one shiny bit you can touch. This is our hydration station. So this is going to be clipped onto your right hip. And instead of trying to drink it like that, you can go ahead and just pop it off and drink at your leisure. Just like
This water bottle I'll be clipping onto your hip right here, and the way that works, so it's attached to a little clip. That carabiner is going to be on your hip, and you can simply just pull out the water bottle and it slides off.
oh,
So
okay.
you don't have to try to figure out how to drink it from your hip. What we have behind us right here, strung in between these two trees, is our highest, our longest, and our fastest zip line. It's actually not any of those things, but it is essentially the same exact thing that we have up in the trees. So we'll be running through the process down here before we get a little bit higher up.
Good.
So you'll have two guides today. Becca is going to be your sending guide, meaning that she'll be clipping you into the beginning of the zip line. And then I will be your receiving guide, meaning that I will be at the end of the zip line, and I'll be working the braking system for you guys. So the braking system is this block right here, this black block that rides along the zip line. And before you start coming down the line, I will be setting it out into the line. And while you're zipping along, having a grand time, your trolley is going to be bumping into this block brake right here. And from back here with some friction and zip line magic, I'll be slowing you down to right about at this platform right here. And just a heads up, you will be heading towards the tree for the whole time. Just a heads up. And as you're going along, you'll be like, oh, that tree's getting closer. That tree's still getting closer. and you might see this angled platform right in front of the ending platform, and you might be like, oh, that might be a sticking the landing platform right there. So you can be like, Ted, I stuck the landing. But then you're gonna roll back out into the middle of the line, possibly. So you might feel like, okay, I'm squeezing another half zip line in there, but you're gonna be hanging in the middle of the line for a little bit longer than you want to in these harnesses that we just got you in. So instead of sticking the landing, have faith in me, and while you're coming in, whether it's backwards, whether it's sideways, whether it's forward, all okay. Just keep your knees bent until we get you stopped. And at that point, I'll be trying to hand this white rope to you one way or another, and you can just grab onto this one, and this is the one that doesn't move, and it is specifically for you guys to hold onto. And once you grab onto this, you can step to the top of the Beaver picnic table over here. And then at this point, I will be on one side of the zip line, you guys will be on the other, and it works best if you're facing towards me, because if you're facing away from me, I have to do this awkward hug, trying to figure out where the clips are. I haven't perfected it, so we don't need to try that out. So I'll be getting you detached from the zip line here, reattached to the tree on the other side, and then once I finish that process, you can just step down to the platform, and that's when we'll have that next person come down the line. So, I know I throw a lot of words at you right there, and so does somebody want to show us how this is done on the practice line? Somebody want to volunteer to ride the practice line? Cupcake, there we go.
At this point, I'm gonna double check everything, make sure the harness is good, make sure you're doing good, right? Awesome. And then we're gonna have a nice conversation.
It starts over here, and I'll be saying zip clear, meaning that everybody is off the zip line on my side.
And I'll say zipping, which means we are ready.
And I'll be setting the brake out and saying brake set, come on, get your zip on.
And that sounds like it's really good to go zipping right now, but if you did that, you're still attached to the tree. So we call that zip lash. You'd get about 2 feet out, and then I'd have to pull you back in with my weak arms, right? And then we'd have to come back up here and do the whole process again. So that is just for my ears to tell me that he is ready for you. And so before you go, I'm gonna take this last lanyard, put it up here, double checking everything again, and I'm gonna have you step to the very last step. One more. And then you're going to be able to go whenever you're comfortable.
Oh, yeah. And you'll hear more clipping and unclipping. This is just me undoing all of Becca's hard work that she put in over there. And I'll just be getting you detached from the zip line on this side. How was the practice line? Alright, that's where you go. Typically I'd leave you on the tree on this side, but we don't want to stay here. So I'll be attaching this to your back. There we go, and you can step on down. Let's hear it for Cupcake. Great work, Cupcake. Alright, does anybody else want to ride Awesome Possum? Alright, sounds great. So, right here. Perfect.
Okay.
Alright, so we're actually going to be turning this way toward Becca up here. A little bit.
Call me AP for short.
AP, there we go. Alright, a little bit up a slope right here.
We're awesome.
And then
Alrighty, hello. I'm going to grab these from your back.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to go ahead and do all of this. And don't worry, I'll get you up on those steps. Just clipping you in, making sure you're safe on that tree. Alright, so, and then if you come over, and then there's going to be a step about right in front of you. There you go. First step, and then just stay there, and I'm going to go ahead and clip you in. A whole bunch of clipping.
I'm just kind of not sure how big this platform is. Nothing to hold on to.
Yeah, sometimes it helps once we get up there to hold on to the line as I'm setting you up. We just don't have you hold on to the line when you're going, obviously. That wouldn't turn out too well.
But
zipping.
great.
And then before you go, I'm going to step down just to get this last lanyard. I'm
holding on to this tree.
The tree's got you. All right. And then I'm right in front of you again, and we're going to step down. We're taking 2 steps down. So there's going to be 1. Yeah, go ahead and hold on to that if you need.
What is that? Oh.
So below 1, and then 1 more, and then you're going to go ahead and hold on to this stuff in front of you. Everything below my hand. So there you go.
I thought you had some kind of brake.
Oh, he's got a brake up there. So yeah, you can actually grab onto both things and just be just fine. And then you are ready to just kind of step off whenever you're ready.
Oh yeah. All right, so I've got you on this side. Perfect. All right, so with your right hand, I have this white rope right here so that you can grab onto. Perfect. All right, so one step up. Nice. And then one more step up. And then you're perfect right there. You can just hang out right there for a second.
To hang out.
Yeah, so if you want to, there's the tree, and the zip line comes off of that, so you can hold on to that if you would like as well.
Yes, definitely needed.
Yep, I will be telling you all the places that you can hold on to. Yes.
I'm also wondering if you have any way of controlling your speed.
Sort of the best way to control your speed would be like sort of its wind resistance, so trying to like make yourself as big as possible would be the best way to slow yourself down.
Sound very effective.
Right, and I will be always on the end braking for you. So you never have to worry about the braking aspect of it. All right, so here's this hand here. All right, so we're going to be stepping off to your left-hand side, exactly. There's one step, perfect, and then one more, awesome. All right, so give me 1 second, I'm gonna flip to your other side.
And they've got the dogs, like smaller huskies at the front, and they get bigger.
All right, so can you spin this way a little bit? Perfect.
So 180.
Yep, exactly. So step forward a little bit, and it's going to be a, and then your next step is going to be up. There you go, perfect. There we go. So now you're back on the big platform right here.
Okay.
So nice job. You can just hang out right there for it.
What color is my helmet?
So you have a green helmet, and then on the top you have sort of looks like a little bit like elephant ears, and those are gray, and then you have a gray bell on the very top. And then my helmet is yellow, and then I have sort of like a headband with two big eyes on the top. All right, welcome everybody to the beginning of line number 1. So probably what you've heard us say so far is blah, 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 ducks. So, gonna go over a quick little recap before we start zipping, just so that we are all on the same page before we start going off. The first of which is that this is a full service zip line, so you guys don't have to worry about any of the clipping, unclipping. You guys just enjoy the ride and have a great time. Next thing is that this sending platform here is Becca's kingdom. So wait for her to ask you to step up, step down, turn to your left, turn to your right, turn to your other left, turn to your other right. Listening to her is the best way to avoid the ziplash that we were talking about, where you're like, okay, watch this, Becca, this is gonna be awesome. But then you're still attached to the tree with one of your lanyards. So we call that ziplash. It'll be the shortest zip line of the day and also the least fun of the day. And then once you get the go-ahead to go, make sure that you are stepping all the way down until you can't step anymore. And that's because there is a lot of slack in some of these lines. So we don't want you to step off of a higher step and then hit your butt on the last step, because that won't be very funny. And then while you're going across, just enjoy the line. And once you get over there, just make sure to keep your legs bent until we get you stopped. And then that is a good time to be putting those legs down. And I'll be handing that white rope to you one way or another. And then we'll have you step all the way up to the top over there, and then we'll have that next person start coming down. So 89 feet is how long line number 1 is, and if we're unsure about how long 89 feet is, from somewhere about right here to somewhere about right over there, 89 feet. Got it. All right, so while you're going, you're hanging on, you'd be like, okay, I want to let go of one hand. You can, and it might look a little something like this. So it's letting go of one hand. Be like, I got this. This is nothing. I want to let go of 2 hands. You can. So that's letting go of 2 hands. Main point of this is that you don't have to hold on while you're going, but if you want to, it is pretty much coming from your belly button, going up to the zip line, and it'll be black and yellow lanyards right in front of you, and you can hold on to that if you want. So, without further ado, line number 1. I'll see you guys on the other side.
All right, Awesome Possum. I'm gonna have you in first, so I'm right over here. Yeah.
About 10 seconds.
All right, and there's a step down, not really a big one. It's more just like a little. There you go. You got it, pro. And then I'm gonna go ahead do all of this fun clipping, and I'm gonna spin myself around. All right, and so everything right here you can grab onto, right below my hand, and you are ready to go whenever you're comfortable. And the easiest way is to kind of just lean back and just kind of enjoy the ride.
Enjoy it, huh?
Yeah, as much as you can zip lining.
Crap.
Oh,
I'm
all
not
right.
there yet.
You're good to go. Woo!
Alright, so I've got you on this side, so you can stand up. Perfect, so that's my arm that you're bumping into. Alright, so here's that white rope for you that you can hold on to. Perfect. Zipper! And when the next person steps off, it will move a little bit when they step off. Just as a heads up. Yep, exactly. And we are up in a tree. Break, zip on! Yep, and now we just hang out for everybody to come across. And then once we get everybody across, I will be the first one down the next line, and then everybody else will follow.
What kind of trees are these?
So this is a Douglas fir. So I think it's pretty much either a Douglas fir or a ponderosa pine.
How tall do some of them get?
Quite tall. Probably one of the bigger ones is like 150 feet up, maybe something like that.
Good God.
Yeah, pretty big tree. All right, so then you step on down that way.
Now we all hang out on this platform in a tree.
Yep.
Feels like being on a suspension bridge.
Right. You just step all the way up. Sort of moving around the whole time. No, everything is so overly engineered in this whole
Right.
course that we can sort of insane. Zipper! Break, set, zip on! Zipper!
Oh really? You just circle up?
Break, set, zip on! Zipper! And this is also probably the most movie platform that we have. Just
Really?
as, like, heads up, yeah.
Break,
set, zip on! Yeah, tank!
Must be a nice light person.
Come on,
Yep.
There we go. Best, yes. We can step all the way up.
Okay.
There we go. You did great.
In Hawaii, they had us break this close.
Oh wow.
I've heard of people saying that before.
Yeah, it's so weird.
What did you think of it? Was it fun or sort of?
It was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you had to repel from the trees and stuff.
Okay.
That was pretty fun.
Nice.
But yeah, the whole glove thing was interesting.
You can step on down that way. Zip clear. It's like that's how we slow down. Obviously, you can see the pads there. But yeah, I don't know how I'd feel being a guest doing it.
Well, they had that.
Break, set, zip on. There we go. All right, so we've made it to line number 2. So line number 1 was 89 feet. Line number 2 is 213 feet. So just a little bit longer, possibly a little bit faster, but it's definitely going to be more fun. I did the math myself. So now that we are going a little bit longer, you're going to have more wind that is going to be hitting you. And with that, it is going to try to spin you around. And it is totally fine to come in whichever direction you want to. But I'll sort of tell you guys a couple ways to sort of counteract that whole spinning motion. So the first of which is that you could take your feet and tuck them under your butt, and that just gives the wind less to hit all the way out there in front of you. Next thing you can try is grabbing onto the lanyards right in front of you and just twisting them around, and you can see how that spins me around pretty good. Next thing you can try is the egg beater, and it's with your feet, so you'll just sort of spin your feet around like that. That works pretty well for spinning around. If that spins you the wrong way, feel free to try it the other way. That works out pretty well. And the next thing you can try is the T-Rex arms. Sound effects aren't necessary, but they're a lot of fun to listen to. So what you do is go, roar, roar. That's moving around pretty good. And now, since we have made it to line number 2, we like to start introducing a couple challenges for those of you who want to step it up a little bit. And so the challenge for line number 2 is walking the plank. So, walking the plank, what it looks like is you'll be stepping down all the way to the platform. You'll be taking your hands and putting them behind your back. You'll be looking down at the green, raging seas, and you'll simply be taking a step off. But the most important part of walking the plank is giving a big "arr" when you step off. Most important part, can't stress that enough. I want to be able to hear them all the way over there. So, the main thing with this is that if you do let go of your lanyards right in front of you, you might have the tendency to start like leaning back some in your harness, and that is totally fine. But the way that you can fix that is just grabbing onto those lanyards again and just pulling them towards you. And that works out quite well. So, walking the plank without further ado. Hands behind the back. Green raging seas.
So I'm gonna be doing more clipping. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead.
He unclips himself.
Yeah, so first step is gonna be kind of.
I always gotta be first. What the hell?
Alright.
That's right.
And a bunch of clippings. Those are good noises, I swear. I promise. Alright, now we're gonna take that next step up, which you already did, so you're a master of it. There you go. And then everything in. Harness feeling just okay? It's good?
Yeah.
There you go. Zipping! Alright, let me grab this lanyard. I'm gonna step down, but I'm just grabbing this lanyard. Clipping it in. Double clipping everything. Alright, so my hand is right here. You can go ahead and hold on to those, and then hold on to my hand, and we're gonna step down. Yeah, it's gonna be one step, and then one more. Alright. You are right at the edge of the platform, so go ahead and grip onto everything in front of you. There you go.
This is so much easier.
And you don't have to grab on, yeah, go ahead and just grab onto all of them together. There you go. Right there. And whenever you are ready, you are good to go. So you can just step off when you're comfortable. I'm not going to push you, trust me. So whenever you are ready, just take that final step, and you'll be good. You got this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, remember to say "ard" for him.
Yes.
Makes his day. You got this.
Arrgh! Arrgh!
And I've got you. So there's that.
Okay.
In front of you. So I've got you here. So here's that white rope. There we go. Nice work. So the steps right there, exactly. And, oh, so just stand straight up now. Perfect. There we go. How was line number 2?
Great.
Good. That was a great arr. That was fantastic. Yeah! So, what do we think comes after zip line number 2?
3.
You would think zip line number 3, but it's actually this ladder that we have right here in front of us. So we are going to be going up to the top of the double-decker, and on this ladder we have this orange rope that is hanging off to the side, and this is essentially the braking system. It sort of works like a seatbelt, so if it is weighted too quickly, it'll just lock into place. But you don't have to worry about this rope whatsoever, because Becca here will be clipping you into the rope at the bottom, and I'll simply be pulling it up for you up at the top. So you can either push it off to the side, keep it in the middle while you're going up. You don't have to hold on to it. You can just climb the ladder like you would climb a ladder. And I'll see you guys up at the top.
Alright, Awesome Possum coming up. So, there you go.
Awesome.
And you've got the bars in front of you. There you
That's
go.
me.
There you go. Grip to the bars right in front of you too. There are some.
Horizontal.
There you go. Yeah, horizontal
That's
one.
a tall ladder.
Steep staircase. steep.
Okay.
Directly vertical staircase. It's like one of my cabin plans. Right up.
You're about
Wow.
halfway off at this point.
Oh my God.
You're doing great. All right, so you have one more handhold. Yep, so that's the last handhold. And you could probably take one more footstep up. All right, so left hand, you reach in front of you, the tree.
Right.
Yep, exactly. Awesome. So you're actually going to be going the opposite way from me. So you're going to be going to your right and stepping onto the platform. So you're pretty much right here with me.
And you just clipped me onto that line, didn't you?
Yes, you are onto the line. So you can step towards me this way. Perfect.
Oh, right onto the
That's
platform.
Exactly. All right, so hang out right here for a second. See, we are at the platform. All right, so now you're attached to the tree, so you can rotate around towards me this way. Make room for everybody. All right, the tree's right there. There we go. You
Okay.
made it. Great work.
So I can hang out here for a minute?
Yes, exactly. So we're gonna get everybody up to the top of the double-decker, and then we'll be zipping along.
Double-decker platform?
Yep, exactly. So we are at the top.
Good Lord.
Nice work, Sparkles. So this is
The height.
our highest, mostly stationary point of the day. So this is our highest point up in a tree, and so we're about 70 feet off of the ground below us.
Yeah. I know, right?
I keep seeing rubber ducks
I do want to sit down for some reason.
Yes, there are rubber ducks
Oh.
everywhere.
I wasn't paying attention.
Wait, are we supposed to say duck?
Yes, you are supposed to say
Where?
that.
Yelling at the top of your lungs.
Duck!
There we go.
Where?
Right here,
Oh, what the?
touching the tree.
Hey guys. Right here, a little mohawk dog. All right, so this is a great time to sort of give a little bit of a geography lesson of what we are looking at around us. So the green stuff out there, those are trees. The blue, the sky, and the white stuff are the clouds. No, I'm kidding. I'll give a little bit more in depth of that.
Appreciate that.
So if we look to our west over in that direction, you see that forested ridge over there, and that is the Nattipock Ridge. And in between us and the Nattipock Ridge right now runs the Wenatchee River. And the Wenatchee River actually starts at the base of that furthest out and the furthest left mountain out there, and that is Dirty Face Mountain. It gets its name from back in the 1800s. A gentleman lived at the base there, and he did a lot of controlled burns on his property, and he had a sooty face. So they called him Old Dirty Face, and he lived at the base of that mountain. So, I don't personally know his actual name, but I know he had a dirty face. Yes. And then if you follow off to the right-hand side of that, you see a little triangle, sort of looks like a Hershey Kiss. So that's Hershey Kiss Mountain. I think the maps got it wrong and call it something like Grasshopper Peak or something like that, but I mean, it's clearly a Hershey Kiss. And then if you go to the right, you see 3 hills out there. That is Crook Mountain. And then just off to the right-hand side, there are 3 or 4 little jagged peaks out there, and that is McCall Mountain. And then if you follow just to the right of that, you see the most snow that you can see out there, and it sort of looks like a mustache, and that is Buck Mountain all the way out there. And then if we look to our north, we have this hill right in front of us, and that is called Bee Sting Hill. Don't want to figure out why they called it Bee Sting Hill. And then if you look to the right a little bit more, we see this ridge that pretty much holds that same elevation. And that's about 5,000 feet of elevation, and that is the Intiat Ridge. And it is actually the longest continuous ridge in the Cascades, and it holds that pretty much same elevation for about 60 miles. And last year, the Cougar Creek fire was just over that ridge, burning 46,500 acres. So the firefighters actually went through, and you can see how this side is a little bit burnt. And so they did a backburn on this side of the ridge to help stop the fire from coming into Beaver Valley. So we are thankful for those firefighters, because without them we might not be zipping today. And then if you look to our east, we have Mount Line 3. It's a zip line, not a mountain. You guys got this. All right, so for line number 3, we are adding another 13 feet from line number 2. So we are at 226 feet long. And so we have a little bit more swoop, a little bit more drape in this line, so you might feel a little bit more speed as you're going along. And what we like to do as a challenge for this one is to go backwards. And I've had people tell me that it is a lot easier and a little bit more fun too. So feel free to try that out. You guys don't have to do any of these totally optional for you guys. But if you do want to go backwards, you could just take one step down onto the first step of the beaver picnic table, and then you can sort of just sit into your harness and enjoy the ride.
This is the tree that'll move. Wait, are you gonna go backwards or
I think I'm gonna go forward.
Let's get that party started. All right, so we've got one step ahead of you, and we're just gonna step on that one for now. I'm gonna go ahead and clip you in.
You think it's easier going backwards? Really?
I mean, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's more fun. I say that. All right. And then I'm not holding onto your lanyard anymore, so you can go when you're ready. Woo! Woo! Woo!
All right. So I've got you. So, Zipler. Break, set, zip on. Break, set, zip on. All right. So we've made it to line number 4. All right, so for line number 4, we have one change that I want to tell you guys about, and it is the type of braking system that we have. It'll be for line 4 and 5, and so far we've been bumping into the block brake right there. And now we have a capture arm brake. So there is a metal arm that comes off of the end of the brake, and that goes up and over your trolley and just locks it into place. So if for whatever reason you don't come all the way in, I can simply pull you in with that brake line. And to go along with that brake, there is a metal ka-chunk sound because it is a metal capture arm going over a metal brake. So that is a very normal noise. It is not your trolley exploding, nothing like that. So you don't have to worry about that. And then to go along with that, there is a little bit more of a jolt because you are going a good bit faster on this one. So I don't want you guys to have your hands right there on your lanyards, right there in front of your face, because I don't want you guys to bump yourself in the face. And to put this line into perspective, so line number 3 was 226 feet long. Line number 4 is 650 feet long. So just a little bit longer. And this is also our highest point of the day. So we're about 190 feet off of the ground once we get there into the middle of the valley. And this is just a beautiful view. You can look up at the ridge, you can look down Beaver Valley, and it is quite awesome. So without further ado, I'll see you guys on the other side.
Oh my God.
And the more sounds you can make, the better. And then skis, we're gonna take these off. Get you all set up. AP, Associated Press. All right. All right, so first step is right in front of you. So, boop, boop.
So there really is no way to slow yourself down.
No, because that's what we are for. And then again, remember right above you is the line. There you go.
Hold on to.
There you go. It's honestly the best thing to hold on to because it's just right there.
Yeah.
Zipping! I always tell people to do it. And you are ready to go.
Go.
You got this, AP!
Welcome. So I've got you. Great work. All right, so here's this white rope if you want it. Give you a second to you're back on ground.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the capture arm makes it a little easier for you, right? Because you don't have to monitor that.
Exactly. So, like with the capture arm, if like a lighter person, like someone with about 70 pounds, they might not make it in all the way. So I can just put the brake out further, and then I could just
pull them in.
Exactly. It'll just lock it into their trolley. Zip clear. So I guess at first when they opened up the zip lines, they did not have a capture arm on this one. Brake, set, zip on. So then I can only imagine how difficult it was to make sure everybody came all the way in every time. Because it is a pretty far way out to get all the way, like the middle is pretty far out.
So if the capture arm didn't work, you'd just hang out there. It wouldn't actually be a problem.
Well, you would just slide out into the middle of the line, like the lowest point. Welcome.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. Oops.
There you go.
Whoa, I got dizzy on that one.
You can take your time.
Oh, God.
No rush from there.
That was so cool. What a cool view. Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah, I didn't even hear the arm that time.
So you didn't hear the arm because that was Becca coming across as a guide.
Ah.
So the way that we brake, we drag our glove essentially on the line for friction, and that's how we slow ourselves down.
Very cool.
They're like, yeah, we'll give the guests all this nice equipment for braking, and then, yeah, just give the guides give them a
glove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like all this info. Background poop.
All right, there you
We're
go.
exiting that way.
All right, so you're gonna rotate a little bit off to your left-hand side around the tree. So you can sort of scoot around that way, and that is just right there. So Becca is going to be unclipping us from the tree, and she'll be clipping your lanyards onto your back. So you can, Awesome Possum, you can step a little bit towards me. There we go. Pause right there. Awesome. All right, so we're going to be walking across a little bit of a bridge right here. So arm right there in front of you. All right, so there's a little bit of a step up right there. Perfect. And then your hand right here can go on that. So just hug that side.
Okay.
And then we can just walk on across towards me. You have like another 4 feet across.
This is the plank that we're walking.
Exactly. And so we are back on the ground right now.
Terra firma.
Yep, exactly. All right, so we have a short little hike to get to our line number 5. So we like to call this the Hill of Jokes. Some people call it the Hill of Dad Jokes. I like to call it the Hill of Tad Jokes. So we're gonna start it off with, what is orange and sounds like a parrot? What was that? A carrot is the correct answer. Great work, Captain Time Travel. All right, our first switchback right here. Awesome. All right, so the next one is, what is Mario's favorite type of pants? No. Denim, denim, denim. Denim, denim, denim.
Oh.
Yep, soundtrack.
Yeah.
All right. What do you call a huge pile of kittens? A meowton.
Oh, God.
No, they're pretty bad, huh? All right, another switchback. There we go. Why were the giant's fingers only 11 inches long? Because if there were 12, they'd be his foot. Math jokes. All right, let's go with, how do you find a young Will Smith in the woods? You follow the Fresh Prince. I know, they're great. Let's go with, what did the hippie say when you asked him to get off your couch? Namaste. All right, and that's the most I will torture you guys for this hike. And so we have made it to zip line 4.5. So we're actually just going to be clipped into this, and we're going to be walking the literal planks. So just 2 pieces of wood right here in front of us. And while you're going, you can use this one, or you can use this one, or you can use both, but please don't use neither. So we are just going to be walking across. And this is also our smallest platform of the day, and that's because the builder cut some corners. Yeah. All right. So, Awesome Possum.
Here we go.
Got you right here. So, we're talking about 2 feet wide, 2 different platforms right there.
Okay.
So we're just going to be walking across. You can take as much time as you want. There is a little bit of a sort of gap in the middle. Nice, you're doing great. All right, so we're about halfway there. Yep, you're doing fantastic.
So we're not in a tree.
Nope, so we're walking on 2 trees, essentially. So 2 trees like cut in half lengthwise, and they made boards out of them. All right, so here is our tree. So welcome to line number 5. So line number 5 is our longest line of the day. And so if we took all the practice lines that we did, line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, and big line number 4 across the valley that we just went on, and duct taped them all together, this one is still longer than all of that. So we technically aren't even done 50% of this tour yet. So this one is 1,409 feet long. Wow. And it's going to take you about 40 to 45 seconds to get all the way across. So before stepping off, make sure that everything is comfy, because it's a long 45 seconds if you're being pinched where you don't want to be pinched. So this is a nice relaxing line, and it just keeps on going. So I will see you guys on the other side.
And it just keeps going. Let me sneak past and grab these. Since this takes so long, I'm going to take my time and unwind everything, make it look beautiful. Alright, okay, so directly, like straight in front of you is the first step. My hand is up here if you need it. Yep. Beautiful. Yeah, watch out, and you're good.
So what are we going over scenery-wise?
So we're going over some more trees.
One of them was over the creek.
Yeah, so this is over, there is a pond near the end, but we're also going over and under 4 different lines from our 9-line tour. And if there were 9 lines right now, we would actually be going over people, and then you can take that final step up. It's right in front of you. Yeah, go ahead and hold on to anything you need. Zipping!
Zip on.
One more step. Get that zip wedgie. Alrighty, and you are ready to go. He is ready. He's waiting down there for you.
On!
Woo!
Welcome. All right, so I've got you. You can put your feet down right there. You're on the platform. Perfect. All right, there we go. And then one more step up. And watch your head as you're going. Perfect. Nice work. What do you think of that one? That was beautiful. I love it. Glad to hear that. No, it just keeps on going.
I don't know if you can hear me arg over there a ways away.
I appreciate that.
All right. So just a technical note for anyone that cares. I'm glad I have this water bottle clipped on. I haven't availed yet. So I'm gonna have a little drink now that I've made it through and say that this was a wonderful experience. Well worth the cost, well worth the time. And I really enjoyed it. Recording this with a Victor Stream and a set of binaural headphones and a bag around my neck. And this is going to be the best sound because, as he said, they're going to be passing directly in front of us. Right to left, I believe. Well, maybe not. They won't. Yeah, no, left to right. Because I'm under the line. So, get your headphones ready. Get them ready. I would highly encourage anybody to try this that has a sense of adventure and wants to know how to fly.
Alright, so here's Sparkles comes down the line.
Sparkles! Very cool. Sparkles is a guide just like me. Tinkerbell and Cupcake and all the rest and all the rubber ducks. What a crazy, fun thing.
Alright everybody, so what we have learned is that if we talk about what we just went through, we are sort of more inclined to remember more of it. So we're going to go around and say a highlight of the trip. Whether it was the Ranger ride up, whether it was these sweet helmets we got, whatever the highlight may be. Whenever it pops into your head, you can just let it on out.
Doing a cannonball makes you go faster.
It does. There you go. Nice. Doing the pirate thing. The play, walk.
Holding on to the strap.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. I think the pirate one just like jumping without holding on to anything.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I even like going backwards. The backwards one. It's like, oh, God.
This is going fast, we were going backwards.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, woo!
Alright. Awesome. Anybody else?
I just like that long line.
Yeah.
Relaxing, kicking back. I never got to where I could totally trust the hardware, but
I can understand that.
That's for sure.
That's fair.
no, I think some people may want to see me in that helmet so they can laugh at me.
Pretty stylish helmet. And you have a sweet name too. So. Awesome Possum.